T-minus 2 minutes, 30 seconds and counting. Flight termination system has been transferred to internal. We'll be standing by for the transfer of Atlas power to internal at T-minus 2 minutes, followed immediately afterward by the transfer of Centaur power to internal. T-minus 2 minutes.
Vehicle internal.
Launch sequencer start.
150.
Securing Centaur LH2.
Securing Centaur lock.
140.
Launch enabled.
137.
T-minus 1 minute, 35 seconds and counting.
Armed.
Everything going by the timeline.
$120.
Centaur
FCS count started.
vent
Fork
valves
is
to be
armed.
locked in the launch position at T-minus 1 minute, 10 seconds.
Vent valves locked.
$60 seconds.
Rock, report range status.
Range green.
Everything is go. T-minus 48 seconds and counting.
$40.
Stable at step 3.
Atlas tank stable at step 3. T-minus 30 seconds and counting.
25.
Status check. Go Atlas. Go Centaur. Go OA4.
20.
T-minus 15
15.
seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. On the shoulders of Atlas, the SS Deke Slayton II orbital ATK Cygnus spacecraft soars toward the International Space Station.
Q has gone to closed loop control. HAR roll program's begun. Roger, it's good.
Listening to Marty Malinowski.
180 pump speeds and injector pressures are banned for SNMR. Roger, rates continue to look nominal.
Seconds into flight.
New rates climbing somewhat, so controlling well. RD 180. Pump speeds, injector pressures all look good. Gun flying the zero angle attack phase of flight. HAR roll program is now complete. Body rates controlling right down the middle. Currently accelerating at 1.6 Gs.
Standing by to pass through Mach 1.
Mach 1.
And approaching maximum dynamic pressure.
Continue to look good. Maximum dynamic pressure. Booster has now throttled back, right on schedule. Engine response looks good. Current altitude is 10.5 miles, downrange distance 5.2 miles, current velocity 1,876 miles per hour. Range track shows the vehicle making good progress right down the middle of the range. Pump speeds, injector pressures look good for the throttle setting. Body rates continue to look good.
2 minutes, 10 seconds into flight. Marty Malinowski giving us updates as the Atlas flies uphill toward the International Space
Closed loop
Station.
steering has been enabled. Body rates continue to look very good. Q Alpha limited steering has begun. The vehicle is now less than 1/2 its liftoff weight. The RCS pyro valve has been fired. That system is now pressurizing the flight levels. Signatures look good. Current altitude is 28 miles. Downrange distance 38 miles. Current velocity 4,285 miles per hour. Coming up on our 3.5 G throttle segment.
3 minutes into flight.
And the booster has begun to throttle, 3.5 Gs. Q Alpha limited steering is complete.
About 45 seconds away from booster engine cutoff. Followed about 6 seconds later by the Centaur second
Vehicle is
stage
now
separation.
1/4 its liftoff. Coming up on our boost phase cooldown phase. And boost phase cooldown has begun. Signatures look good so far. Still throttling to maintain 3.5 Gs. Boost phase chill down is complete. And we have engine shutdown.
Engine shutdown as planned.
We have retros and stage separation. We have LOX and fuel pre-start. The GN2 purge firing of the RCS is underway. And we have ignition and full thrust on the RL-10.
The Centaur single RL-10C engine has ignited to begin about a 13.5 minute burn that will take Cygnus into low Earth orbit, generating 22,900 pounds of thrust with the engine.
Centaur thermal conditioning firings of the RCS are underway. PU has gone active. Current altitude is 124 miles, downrange distance 332 miles. Current velocity is 9,998 miles per hour. RL-10 chamber pressures, pump discharge, and fuel injector all look good. PU is controlling near nominal MR at this point.
The payload fairing that covered Cygnus has been jettisoned as scheduled.
Quick check of the booster performance shows it is nominal at this point in our review. Centaur body rates, controlling right down the middle.
6 minutes into flight.
Coming up on our dogleg maneuver. Centaur has now begun the dogleg. RL-10 continues to operate well. PU is controlling near nominal MR. Centaur dogleg maneuver is complete. This burn is planned for 802 seconds in duration. Coming up on the format change, data quality currently is all very good. And we have had the format change. Data has resumed. All signatures look good across the format change. Centaur has completed its role to optimize telemetry. RL-10 continues to perform well. Currently flying at an altitude of 194 miles, downrange distance 681 miles, current velocity 10,456 miles per hour.
7 minutes 25 seconds into the mission of Cygnus to the International Space Station.
Body rates continue to look good. Tank pressures are stable. Storage bottle pressures look good. Bus and battery voltages are stable as well.
12 minutes into the mission.
Centaur fuel tank is being vented. The vent is complete. We have begun the turn to the spacecraft separation attitude.
About 2.5 minutes away from spacecraft separation.
The coast to spacecraft separation is scheduled for 2 minutes and 49 seconds. We are continuing to turn to the spacecraft separation attitude. Still settling with 4S settling motors. Tank pressures are stable. Storage bottles are as well. Batteries look good.
From liftoff to spacecraft separation, everything went by the timeline. It appears to be a healthy Cygnus spacecraft. We'll be standing by for solar array deploy. That is yet to come today. We expect to talk to Vern Thorpe about the success of the launch today.
Thank you all very much.
Copy, Frank. Thank you.
Orbital Mission Director Frank Culbertson just gave a big thanks to the entire team of NASA, Orbital ATK, and United Launch Alliance for a successful launch today and putting Cygnus exactly where it needs to be in space.